Has your baby done body work yet? What is body work? I get that question a lot. If you have a tongue-tied baby or your baby's struggling with a painful shallow latch, you might hear other helpful parents asking if you've seen a body worker. Well, what is a body worker? Let's break it down into really simple terms. A body worker is an umbrella term for healthcare providers that are using their hands to try to make physical change in baby's body from asymmetry, tension, and strength. So who are body workers? Chiropractors, craniosacral therapists, craniosacral fascial therapists, osteopaths, physical and occupational therapists, and massage therapists. Those are the most common body workers that you will hear working on babies to try to help them feed better. In my practice, when I'm looking at recommending or referring a body worker, I'm looking at that specific baby to see what's going on to then decide who I'm going to send them to. So if you have a baby that's asymmetrical, meaning their head always tilts to one side, or they have some kind of reshaping or molding of their head from how they sat in utero or how they were birthed, I usually will send them to an osteopath, a chiropractor, or a craniosacral fascial therapist to help bring symmetry back to their body. That's also in case your baby's really tight. Maybe they have tension on one side, or they always want to turn in one direction. Usually we're starting with craniosacral therapy, chiropractic osteopathy to try to release that tension through gentle hands-on touch so that baby can become symmetrical again. In my practice, I usually recommend 1, 2, maybe 3 sessions with this type of body work, because if the baby becomes symmetrical and nice and loosey-goosey, and then within a couple days of that body work goes back to that tense asymmetry, there's usually some other kind of underlying weakness that's driving why they're not maintaining that alignment. So if the baby can't maintain alignment or there's weakness going on, I'll usually send them to occupational or physical therapy to be doing more exercises. So chiropractic, craniosacral therapy, massage therapy, osteopathy is using gentle touch to try to help baby become aligned or symmetrical and release tension in the body. And if they can't maintain that alignment or they're having other developmental issues, they can't hold their head up, their head is now getting reshaped, there's flattening of the head, they don't tolerate being those other body work modalities, there's often some other kind of underlying weakness. Feeding starts at the hips, not at the lips. So if the baby can't maintain good postural control, if they have no neck, because their neck is really weak, they can't stretch out and maintain good posture, we're doing therapy with other exercises to actually help them carry over into the muscles of sucking and swallowing. Because we need a nice strong trunk, a foundation of strength through the body in order to support the body using the smaller muscles of the mouth. So in my practice, when I'm recommending body work, I'm looking at, is this an asymmetry? Is this tension and isolation? Is there weakness? And then if baby does really well with chiropractic, osteopathy, they might not need anything else. But if they're unable to maintain those skills, if they're constantly asymmetric, if they're still tight or tense or not meeting the developmental milestones as expected based on their age, I'm then referring out for therapy. So that's my clinical brain of how I'm making those recommendations for families and what the different body workers are. Now you know.